This game is rated E10 for ages 10 and up. For more information, please go to esrb.org.
Hello everyone, Kirbyvolt here, but you can call me KV, and welcome back to the Tears of the Kingdom logs. In the last log, I went, hey, there's a hole right here, let's just go explore the depths right now, and that's what we're doing. We actually took on some Yiga, because the Yiga have some bases down here in the depths, and I was like, I don't like them being here. And now that I realized they're here, I was like, wait a minute, Master Kohga, we got that quest 50 or so episodes ago. Logs, what episodes, logs, whatever, same thing. So maybe we should go do that now. Maybe we should go tell Master Kohga that he is a butt, and he does not deserve to be down here unless he becomes my best friend. And if he's my best friend, that means he can't. I'm sorry, but he's got to give up the Ganon insurance. That Ganon insurance, man. I know it's super tempting, but it's evil. Which is very depressing when you think about the fact that it revives you. What the? Okay, put rockets on the balloon past me, see if I care. So, like, it's really good insurance. It's just, you know, only the bad guys use it, which says a lot about the economy. Anyways, health insurance is a thing in... I'm curious, actually. How many of you who are watching are not from the U.S.? If you're not, you don't have to tell me if you're not. That's up to you. But in the United States, health insurance is insane and very brutal. That's why the Ganon health insurance thing became a joke to me, because I was like, oh yeah, it's the best health insurance ever. If you die, you just don't die. Because otherwise, if we're going off of health insurance here, it's, if you get inconvenienced in any way, we're going to have to make you take a reverse mortgage out on your house. Sometimes. Sometimes if you work for a company that has good coverage, it won't be that bad. But that is a dying breed at the moment. Working for a good company is kind of oxymoronic because not a lot of companies are good. I'm also on fire, but that's okay. Alright, so we're gonna use these rockets. And then... Oh, okay. Well, we're still... Did I hit the ceiling? Whatever. The goal was to get a lot of altitude, and we got it. So, hooray. It happens. Also, I see a... Wait, why... Are those all mine? Or are those something else? What are all the lights there? Is that, like, literally where Kohga is right now? I wonder if... well, there looks like there's some people who are using the wings right now, so yeah, it probably is. Oh, uh-oh. Puppies are upset because someone just came home. Give them a moment to settle down. They'll be okay. They just like to announce when people are here. Makes sense. Because, you know, like, you're there the whole day as a dog, and you're like, wait, something changed? I gotta tell everyone. It's a big deal. Like, for dogs, it's a big deal. Okay, well, these Yiga don't seem to mind my presence here, so I'll just keep on moseying in. Don't mind me. I'm just a Yiga like the rest of ya. Just a Yiga like the rest of ya. We're all Yiga here. I think they drink some beer. Don't really like that actually, because I don't think it tastes very clear. I don't know how you could taste the clearness of a beverage, but sure. I just don't like alcohol. Hey, can I help you? I'm from the Yiga tech support line. How can I help you today? So why isn't this working? You back there, take over for a while. Huh? It's you again? You can't fool me looking like that. So, Link, you just had to follow me here. Exactly what you did. You tricked me. Well, I have a funky arm? Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, Kohga is smart enough to go, wait a minute. That's not one of my Yiga members. Somehow. So good on him. He's somewhat smart, but he's still very dumb. So let's go and rock out to this music, because this music's amazing. Like, cannot get over this music track for Fighting Master Kohga. But yeah, he made a flying device, and that's not fair because it's working properly and it's not like blowing up in his face, and I want that. So get out of here. Yeah, get him, Riju. Get him, Riju. I'm glad I used that spring. Yeah, he just puts it up there. It's like, yeah, I can fly like this. Yeah, no problem. It's like, what? What do you mean no problem? What do you know that I don't know about the Zonai devices? You jerk. Like, the tank earlier made sense. This flying one, though? No. That doesn't make any sense. You should not be able to just... You need to be crashing into the ground at this point. You can't just keep flying indefinitely. Also, warping like that. I'm glad we get to hear this music again. This battle music is probably one of my favorites. Ow. Well, that wasn't nice. It also didn't hurt me much, so you're kind of a joke as always. Alright, well, I guess we gotta go back up top. Oh, okay. That was a lucky shot. I wasn't paying attention to you because you're not really that much of a threat. Like, I get it. Riju was young in the previous game, and the Gerudo, like, they definitely didn't want to have to... Because the Yiga are good at hiding and all that stuff, but, like, come on. They're pushovers. I mean, maybe the Swordmaster Yiga dudes are a little intimidating, but they're not that bad. Okay, well... You did it. You got one shot on me. Wasn't that impressive? Also, how... That should not be able to fly like that. Wait a minute. I need to check out what his craft looks like. I think I actually have an idea of what's going on. But if I beat him up beforehand, I'm not gonna be able to check it. So I'm wondering if he had like a stabilizer under it, which shouldn't make it... I'm gonna have to play this game again and try to mess up the Zonai device as much as I can. I think it was responding fairly well. Okay. Crystallized charges. The Magnificent One. I don't... Who's... Oh, okay. Well, thanks for letting me know where you're going. I'm gonna follow you there, eventually. Probably soon. How did you get to tilt up without a... Okay, whatever. Anyways. We get a treasure chest. Oh, hello, how's it going? That crazy guy was there. Oh, okay. Okay, you can put my map, though? Oh, okay. Yeah, talk to that guy. We'll get another schema stone. Well, you know, my map's just gonna tell me where he is, so... I'll figure it out. Ooh, 100, you say? Ooh, I want your bananas. Oh, also, let's buy more. Let's buy more. I mean, it's not necessarily buying per se, it's more of like you're giving them the goods to produce the materials, even though they have the materials laid out already. I guess it's more like you're giving them materials to replace the ones you take from them. Something like that. Yeah, I'll just take all of them. I can afford it. I have the extra Zonite at the moment. Now I have 200 charges. Yay! Oh, right, you. Forgot about you. I'm sure it was. Alright, Scheme of Stone. What did we get for a blueprint? We got... Oh! It's the sand hovercraft mobile that we were using so much in the Gerudo Desert. Actually, kind of nice to have that one as just default now, so we can just kind of make that out of parts we have laying around as opposing to cobble it together ourselves and something is off-center or whatnot. But also, they of course have one right here for us to make. So, let's do that. And I'm gonna put some batteries on it just to be safe. Yeah, right on the end of it. That's not gonna cause a weight distribution problem whatsoever. Nope. That'll work perfectly fine. Bananas. But also I want to read this. We've been reading the Yiga journals. Oh my gosh. Wait. Were we the recruit that ate all the bananas? I did want to eat all the bananas. Alright, well, there's a pathway. I'm kind of curious about it, but there's like other stuff to explore here first, so... Let's check it out! I thought there was like a second story to the tree building they made, but I don't think that's the case. I also don't think that helped. That did, though. Yeah, like, there's like a wall I could like potentially climb up? And I know I can go through that, that's not a problem, but it's like, what about this rock formation right here? Oh, I can go through that. Okay. Oh! That's where the light route is. Good call. I don't know, we can see our light route from here, so we can continue our progress and gain some more light routes. Yay! Light root. Light root. Light up my map. Light root. Yay! That's a big chunk of the map, too. Light root heal? No. Light root never heal. Light root, like, no. You heal. I get rid of gloom. You heal. Oh, hey, that's staying intact. I was kind of surprised by that, actually. I'm also surprised this is working. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. That makes going over the gloom easier. Except that counterweight I talked about. It's still pushing forward though. Good on it. We're gonna waste this entire battery to get this one hill, but worth it. Oh, another large crystallized charge. Okay, we're doing good here. Yeah, bye battery. I knew you so well, and now you're gone. But that's okay. It's not like we wasted a battery. We used it for what it was intended. Oh my gosh, get out of here. Hi. Ow. You hit my fan. Please don't do that. I need it. Oh wow, there's a lot of the goop right here. Don't like that. Yeah, there's light root though. Hooray, we found it. Oh, we're gonna have to do a jump. And we trick jump off, yeah! Heck yeah. And then the camera has to purposely get the thing out of the view for this cutscene because it doesn't want that there. Where'd it go? Is it still here? We just don't know. Alright, what's this do for our map then? Our depths map. Ooh, okay, nice. Oh, there it is. Oh, are we like in a hole? That's a problem. We can't get our vehicle out of here then. Oh no. Send it right to its grave. So one thing I want to mention quickly, because it just wants to be uploaded, the time I'm recording this is the day after a recent Nintendo Direct. I don't want to talk about everything in it right now because there is a future video I know where I talk about last year's Summer Nintendo Direct. Or I talk, but I show off stuff from it. I kind of want to save everything for there because that would be kind of like a look at games I played in 2023, as well as talking about the recent Directs. But for all those wondering, yes, I know there is a new Zelda game coming out this year, which is extremely surprising because we just got Tears of the Kingdom last year. It's in the Wind Waker, or no, oh my gosh, I don't know why I mistake Wind Waker and Link's Awakening. I guess because they're my other favorite Zelda games. So I'm just like, yeah, I love them both so much that they might as well be the same game, which is far from the case. But it uses the Link's Awakening remake graphical style, which I think is amazing, and I hope that graphical style sticks around, and I hope they bring back Toon Link as well, because I think right now the Tears of the Kingdom art style, the Link's Awakening art style, the remake one, and the Toon Link Wind Waker art style / Minish Cap / Four Swords / a lot of different games. Those are like the peak art styles of the Zelda franchise, and I want to see more games made in every single one of those art styles because I think they all have their own merits and they're all fantastic. But yeah, I'm excited. I won't say more about the new Zelda game because there's a lot that goes on in it. But I'm excited, and hopefully, the goal now is to see if I can finish the Tears of the Kingdom logs before that new game comes out. Spoilers, that's probably not going to happen, but it's a nice goal to aim for. Anyways, there's Gibdos here now. We're in the actual Gerudo desert part of the depths, so it's like, yeah, the Gibdos are here. Good for them. All right, have I learned how this works? Okay, I've learned how these clothing items work. It is strictly for the goop, so that it can hold over a heart for you before it actually goes into your base HP. And there's just another light route right here, so I might as well. Like, heck yeah. There's enemies there, and if I do that, they're gonna be alerted. Oh, that's a boss? That's a silver boss bokoblin? Have we seen one of those yet? Well, we'll find out, I guess. Okay, well, you know, you put the dynamite right there, and I put the fire right next to dynamite, and everything just blows up. This must have been when I had started watching some people play the game, like, early on, and I was like, oh, recall, I can throw the bowlers back at them. Why didn't I think of that? There's just so many creative and different ways you can play this game, which I absolutely adore. Do I go for the direct approach? Do I go for the indirect approach? Do I go for the very bizarre approach? Do I go for the shoot him in the butt? That was more like the crotch, but close enough. You know, it's like the butt, except, you know, on the other side of the body. Same thing, really. Ow! Well, actually, I only did 3 hearts. That wasn't that bad. I mean, it would be bad if I, like, came here right away without getting any new heart containers or anything, but it wasn't that bad. And he's dead. Okay. We must take in a picture of them because the material we got is something I already have before. So, there goes that. Is that Lyra all the way over there? I don't think that pin went to what I was trying to pin. The Kasari light roots. Kasari. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to get better about getting more sleep. I wish I could be Link. I wish I could get mortally wounded and then just take a nap for a few years. Well, I mean, take a nap for a few years. Maybe. Mortally wounded part. No. Try to take a nap for, like, a couple days, maybe. Like, nothing too extreme, because, like, there's still stuff I want to do when I'm awake. It's just... the problem is there's a lot of stuff I want to do when I'm awake, and I need... I just want to be like, I don't need sleep. And as you get older, you realize, oh no, I actually do. There's that good sweet spot of, like, when you start becoming a teenager until your late 20s, where it's like, yeah, sleep, that's dumb. Even though, scientifically speaking, I believe it's actually better for people who are going through puberty to get more sleep than their kid contemporaries. their kid. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Their kid contemporaries would also be other teenagers. I mean, if someone's 13 and someone's 7, the 13-year-old should probably be getting more sleep than the 7-year-old. I know adults hate that because the 7-year-old has too much energy and they just want them to go to sleep because they're tired from dealing with them from all day, but you're the one who wanted to have kids. So, I'm sorry, that's a little on you. Yeah, let's not do a bomb on our face and accidentally, like, blow up everything. Yeah, because I remember watching, I think it was Adams Ruins Everything. Great, it was a great show, very informative, really pretty funny as well. Like, I think those are amazing shows. Like, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver is also another great one in my opinion. Just shows that have humor but are willing to tackle like extremely valid and sometimes really hard to digest topics. But I think it was Adams Ruins Everything. It might have been something else. But it was talking about how like the school bus system right now, again, United States only. I hope it's better in other countries, quite frankly. Schools don't have enough money to pay for the buses to be rolled out multiple times a day. That is my understanding of the situation. So because of that, the schools can't have like multiple waves of buses going to pick up kids. So, for instance, someone who is in elementary school probably doesn't need to get to school until 9 in the morning, but because they're younger, they're more than likely going to be up earlier. So, the school system values age over youth for some reason. Like it's really messed up. But basically, the gist of it is that teenagers typically are the first ones to be picked up by the school bus system, which means the school starts extremely early for them. It can start at like 7:30 for some teenagers. 7:30 a.m. Meaning that if they want to go to school, they have to get up by at least 6:30 a.m. Get up, get dressed, take a shower, etc. And then also, when they get home, for whatever reason, this I know for sure, because I remember this was actually in my school too, every teacher goes, oh, for every hour you're in my class, you should be doing 2 hours of homework, which is such the... Ugh. If you have a 6-hour day of school, which most schools are actually longer than that, that's already 12 hours of homework. So 6 hours plus 12, 18-hour day. There's only 6 hours left, and that's when they would be sleeping. Teenagers need more sleep than 6 hours. And especially considering, guess what? Teenagers aren't going to be spending just doing their time on homework when they get home. They have meals to eat, they have socials they want to do, they have extracurricular activities, maybe they just want to play a video game. This idea that, oh, for every hour you need to spend this much time doing homework is so stupid. But the problem comes back to is that the reason the schools are scheduled like that for why they have to get up so early in the first place is because the bus system, they don't have the money to support the bus system having multiple fleets of buses to go pick everyone up at similar times. So instead, they do it in waves, which is not helpful for the ones who actually definitely need that sleep. I forgot where I was going with this. Oh, right. I was talking about teenagers. Why was I talking about teenagers? Oh, right, because I need to work on my sleep. That's it. Yeah. And I can pinpoint you where my sleep went to crap. It was in high school. And I think the problem is that I'm in my mid-30s, and I am still trying to use the same type of sleep cramming that I was basically forced to endure when I was in high school, which is not healthy, and I definitely need to get better at that. But also, some people work on very different schedules, and the world itself... What's in the treasure chest? Oh, more large... I hope we get like 300 by the time we're done here. We're just finding Poes and finding Gibdos and stuff, so I feel like I can go on this tangent right now, so apologies if you want me to talk more about the game. But it's like, yeah, we're just, you know, raiding some tombs. Nothing bad about that, I think. I mean, don't do it in real life. There's, like, historical notes on why you shouldn't do that, and, like, I hope it's illegal now. But yeah, so I still operate on the idea of, oh, I can just, like, you know, I'll go to bed around this time and I'll just get like 6.5 hours of sleep. And I shouldn't be doing that. I should be getting more. But also, like, the way my body functions at this point is that I can be very adept in the morning if I need to be, but the moment afternoon hits is when I kind of crash. And that's where I'm like, okay, I need to sleep now. But if you're working like a full-time job, you don't get that luxury. You can't just be like, hey, can I just stop working for like 3 hours and I'll be back later? You can't do that because everyone else at the job is like, well, no, because we work on this schedule. And it's just like I think there is going to be a breaking point within my lifetime where we recognize that everything that was built up in the 1900s as far as the quote-unquote typical experience of life is going to be completely uprooted and removed. Not in a malicious way. Not in a way that we're going to penalize anyone who, like, is actually trying to, like, work in this, but more so that we're going to be more insightful and more adaptive to everyone's needs, as opposed to just going, well, this is how it's always been. Because that's always just the worst excuse ever. It's always been like this. And I know I use that work too sometimes. Like, well, why don't you do this way? Why don't you do this assignment different? Well, we've always done it like this. Well, why didn't you think to not do that? Well, if I deviated from the norm and gave you what I gave you right now, you might not have the exact thing you wanted, and therefore you might not be able to perform your task. So I'm cool with deviating from the norm. Like, I'd be happy to do so, but you gotta, like, let me know if I can, and also if you have the time to. Because if you don't have the time for it, then it's gonna be like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna waste a bunch of time trying to move into a different mindset, even though you're not going to accept what I did. If that makes sense. It's like, okay, it's like, man, I feel like such a like an old person saying this, but it's like how I understand Common Core math. How they're teaching it right now makes sense to some kids. And that is perfectly fine, and that's perfectly viable. But it doesn't make sense to everyone. So to say, hey, you're not doing it the way I taught you, even though they're still getting the right answers, is complete stupidity. They still figured out a way to do it, and it's still right. That's on you for not being able to see, hey, there's other ways to do things. Not everything is super black and white as far as how it needs to be done. There are other ways, there's always methods, there's always different ways to try things. And I know I need to be better at that a bit myself too, in regards to some things, but it is just like... Common Core math, as how it is taught, is not a problem. The problem is saying this is the only way to do it. Because if you say this is the only way to do it, then the people who don't understand it well are going to be frustrated and always feel like they're idiots, even though there's probably a different way they could be doing it that makes more sense to them. And that's how I feel about the working conditions in the US. I understand that the 8 to 5 work week works for many people. It doesn't really work for me, and I feel like I give out poorer work because of it. And they should allow us to play around with it a bit so that we can do things differently, but everyone who's at the top of the food chain in those circles are like, well, we've always done it this way. Who cares? And it's like, I care. Gonna ask me, like, what would you change about the company? Like, here's changes, and they're like, oh, well, we hear your input, but we don't think your input's valid. It's like, well, then don't ask me then. Like, you could have asked me, hey, you're one of our younger and fresher people working here. What's your thoughts on generative AI? I absolutely hate it, I would say. Please don't use it. But no. Like, we're gonna fight this flux construct, but yeah, I'm currently mad at multiple companies because they're just like, well, she's generative AI, and I'm like, why? What does that help you with right now? Generative AI can only really help you with, like, coding. Everything else a human should be doing. And if you're saying, well, that costs us extra money, that's a you problem. Lines are not infinite, and they should not be infinitely going up. They should always be fluctuating. That's actually a sign of a good economy. If everything keeps going up, that means the people who are at the bottom of the food chain are gonna have the worst time ever, and you're a bunch of jerks for suggesting that it has to be the way it is right now. Anyways, this is a Flux Construct 1, so this is, like, gonna be pie. I don't actually like pie. You know, they say it's easy as pie. But is pie actually that easy to make? Like, easy as pie how? Easy as pie as in it's easy to make pie? Easy as pie as it's easy to eat pie? I don't think eating pie is easy. I think pie is extremely messy as far as the dessert goes. Cake is a lot more manageable, if you want my opinion. I'm sure you probably didn't care about that opinion, but you're watching my video, so sorry. We just need one arrow. Yeah, easy as pie is a very bizarre English idiom that just, like how is it? What is the context for how it is easy as pie? Is as easy as pie the mathematical number? Because that number's not easy. That number's, like, infinite. We know, like, 3.14. I'm sure other people who are smarter than me could say more than just those first 3 digits. Oh, excuse me. It's like, there's also, like, I know it like the back of my hand, and it's like, do you really? Like, how often do you study the back of your hands? Which I think, like, that's why I love the Muppets Christmas Carol. That's something that they make a joke about that, because Gonzo as Charles Dickens is like, I know it like the back of my hand, and then Rizzo just calls him out like, wait, really? Okay, come on then. How's the back of your hand look? And then Gonzo starts just, like, he pulls his hand away and starts trying to describe it without looking at it, and it's like, oh yeah, he clearly never looked at the back of his hand in that much detail. Poking fun of idioms, it's fun. I mean, it's poking fun, so I hope it's fun. I don't really know where I'm going at the moment. Like, it's dark and I can't see much. But, I keep seeming to wonder, like, I guess I'm trying to climb this, but I don't know if I can... Can I climb this? Huh. So I want to get out of the map area we have currently mapped so I can try to find the next light route. I'm guessing that it's a bit higher up. But this could also just be a wall, and we're not allowed to pass here. But the fact they put gloom spots on this tells me that they wanted me to climb this wall because they wanted me to challenge myself to be like, hey, you can't climb this. I'm like, I'll show you. I'll also, like, die, but it's fine. I got, the light insurance? Yeah, we'll go with that. Well, it's more like, I guess it's not really light insurance. It's more like, if Link dies, time just, like, slightly, rewinds itself to when Link was back alive, I guess. So, I got... There's a time god in Zelda, right? I thought there was. It's not... Well, Hyrule Warriors is not officially canon, so I was like, I don't think it's Cia or Lana, but those two would be the candidates, but they're not canon. They're not canon characters, so. Oh yeah, so that reminds me, because a lot of people, I'm not gonna say much about it, but the new Zelda game that got showed off, they're like, oh, is this an official or is this a spin-off? And I'm like, every Zelda game that is called The Legend of Zelda is a canonical Zelda game. Even Triforce Heroes? Even Triforce Heroes. Triforce Heroes is a canonical Zelda game. The Hyrule Warrior games are not. What about the CDI? They're also not canonical, and I can tell you why. Because when I looked at the CDI games, they're not called The Legend of Zelda. They're called Zelda, Wand of Gamelon, and Zelda's Adventure. They are not called The Legend of Zelda. They are spin-offs. They are not canon. Everyone being like, this is the first time you get to play as Zelda. And everyone's like, what? No. You always got to play as Zelda. Remember in Wand of Gamelon? And it's like, well, no. By that logic, we got to play as Zelda in the Hyrule Warriors games too. And those weren't canon. So, no. We never canonically got to play as Zelda before. Also, oops, I spoiled something about the new Zelda game, but you can find that all out on your own. Or when I eventually get to talking about it. In more detail. Yeah, so this car is great, but I probably need a headlight so I know where I'm going. Because I just bumped into that. Take this metal, bud. What will I use it for? Yeah. Oh, ooh, that's a light route. That's where I put my pin. I don't know what that pin's for. The pin's closer, I guess. This seems like a bad idea. Hi, I don't really want to fight you right now. I just want to get back on my vehicle. And I'm gonna leave now. Have a nice day. Bye. Ran into something again. Really should have put a headlight on this. Okay, go away, please. Thanks. No, I didn't want to bother you guys, but you guys like left me no choice, and I'm sorry. I'll be back in a few days. It's fine. But like I didn't mean to drive into your mind right here. Okay, now I did, because I thought you were all gone, and I was wrong about that, so I'm just gonna take a few things here. I need to replenish my Zonite. Like, don't worry about it. Like, what are you guys gonna use this for anyways, huh? You guys don't need this. It's worthless to you guys. I'm just gonna take a few of these, and I'm gonna be out of here. It's gonna be fine. Thanks, Julian. Oh. There we go. Oh, you're still... Well, that's fine. Yeah, it's Zonite too. Like, you don't need that. You don't need that. I need it. What am I going to use it for? Zonite? things? Yeah, so I'll use it for Zone Knight things. Like, oh, I think that yellow pin was the... Okay, good. Headlight. Do we have... Oh, we do. Two headlights. Make it even brighter. Three headlights? Yeah, like I guess that could work, but maybe not. What am I trying to do? Oh, I just want to put in the middle of it, and it keeps trying to attach the other ones. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's angled a little bit up, so I can actually kind of see. Or actually, no, it's not. This thing is durable? Great! The only problem is that if it runs into something. Luckily, these wheels are very good at turning and going backwards and stuff, so it all works out. Yay, new light routes. We got 3 or 4 light routes in this slog. That's pretty good. Musasu. Yeah, well, that's a keeper. I should probably play around with it to make it a bit more not lopsided, because it's kind of lopsided right now, but semantics. As it is, we're out of time for this log. So, thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this log of Tears of the Kingdom. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Don't have to, you don't want to, but it's always appreciated. If you like what you see as far as the game goes, Tears of the Kingdom is still on Nintendo Switch, hopefully playable on its successor. There's another Zelda game coming out that also seems like it's going to have some crazy nonsense in it like this one, so pick that one up too when it comes out, if you want. Most importantly, though, that's a nice hefty chunk of map. Ooh, I like that. Most importantly, though, please have a wonderfully great day, and I will see you all on the next log for when we reach the halfway point. Woo! Until then, ciao.